What's up, guys? It's Jeff. I'm just checking out my YouTube channel. I've done pretty good for myself. Yeah, I got 12 subscribers, but that's not bad. Well, I want to thank Gemini888 for subscribing to me. Thanks, dude. Anyways, this is a Mcjuggernuggets Rant. I haven't done one of these in a couple days, but I'm back. This video kind of pissed me off a little bit because, look. Alright, guys, I'm gonna get right to the point. First of all, I don't hate Juggies. I never said I did. I am subscribed to Mcjuggernuggets, and yes, I'm not afraid to admit it. However, his Juggies are, I don't want to say dumb, but his Juggies are still believing him to this day. They are still subscribing to him, even though he's no longer active. Guys, Tuned Inside has mentioned it. TCB has mentioned it. Paggy Rants has mentioned it. Psychopio has mentioned it. Nifty Richardson has brought it up. He is fake, and he admitted it in his video, Psycho Kid Flees Country. Guys, this video, actually, when I watched it, kind of pissed me off a little bit, because why on God's green earth would YouTube let this asshole promote murder of his father and put it on YouTube? Yes, I know it was scripted and everything. I understand that. But still, why on God's green earth would YouTube possibly allow that to happen? Like Tuned Inside said, he got flagged because of his hate comments. I won't be surprised if I get flagged because I put Mcjuggernuggets videos up while I'm doing Mcjuggernuggets videos. I flip my screen over and I put on Mcjuggernuggets videos. Anyways, that's not the point. I mean, I want to say that I understand why he did it. Why he faked everything, because he all knew that he wouldn't get any subscribers unless he faked stuff like that. Or that he would never admit that he was fake. He finally did at the end with his mom, his dad, his Uncle Larry, and his brother. Guys, I told you his mom and dad weren't divorced, that his mom was just living in Aunt Jaggie's house. I told you guys that, and nobody wanted to believe me. Anyways, let me get this video started. Okay, so the Mcjuggernuggets video, Psycho Kid Kills Father, starts off with Jeffrey filming in Jesse's room. Like, we knew that was going to happen. And then Jeffrey walks out into the living room, and his dad is playing the Nintendo. Oh my god, that's funny. His dad is, like Jesse says in the video, is the biggest hypocrite piece of shit in the world. But then Jeffrey asks their father where Jesse is. His dad says, "I think he's downstairs in the room in the basement filming his video." Jeffrey walks downstairs and opens the door, and I swear to God, it looks like Jesse is jacking off, but he's not. He's playing with the gun. Jesse says, "You're not the one that's supposed to be opening that door." Jeffrey then sees Jesse with the gun, and he's like, "What are you gonna do with that, man?" He's like, and Jesse's like, "I'm just gonna scare Dad a little bit. I'm just gonna scare Dad and get my money back for me." Well, then they walk. Jesse holds Jeffrey up at gunpoint. Stupid, really lame. They walk into the living room, and instead of Jeff trying to take the gun away from Jesse, all he says is, "What the fuck?" Really? If I have a gun pointing at me, I wouldn't say what the fuck. I'd be like, "Put down the gun and we can talk about this." Jesse then goes on yelling at his father about, "What is the combination, Dad? What is the combination? I need the numbers. What's the numbers?" And so on like that. Well, Jeff says no. And Jesse already knows the first number according to him. He then asks his dad again, "Where are the numbers?" He still doesn't say anything. His dad still says no. And then his dad says 86 is the first number, and then 40 is the second number. Jesse's like, "Come on, if the money's..." And then Jeff says the money is not in there, blah blah blah. Jesse's like, "If the money's not in there, why is it being so hard to give me the last number?" Sorry, guys, my neck is killing me. Ah. And then Jeff's like, 12, 12, 86, 40, 12. That is the safe to Jeff Ridgway's safe in his house, which he doesn't live in this house anymore. They all live in California. I don't have concrete evidence of that, but I'm pretty sure they all live in California. Larry hasn't made any new videos for a while. Larry's Lounge probably... I think Larry's Lounge is actually dead, I do believe. Look. Larry's Lounge. Larry's Lounge is losing subscribers too. It's because Uncle Larry is also full of... I understand Larry was getting paid by Jesse to do all this stuff, but why lie? Why lie about everything? I mean, look, man. You have subscribers that care about you. People legitimately thought you were her. I didn't think you were her. I didn't really care. But, people have a sick way of doing things, you know? I, would never do that to anybody. Like, if I ever become as popular as Mcjuggernuggets, it's never gonna happen. But if I ever become as popular as him, I'm not gonna fake something just to get viewers. Hell, I'm trying new stuff on my channel. It's not working. But I guarantee you, this Mcjuggernuggets Rant will get me views. That's sad to say, and it'll get me subscribers. But guys, this video pissed me off. Like, then Jesse... Sorry, I rambled on a little bit. Then Jesse's like, "You got any last words for me? Because I'm never going to see you again," and started crying. And then his dad put on the worst acting job I've ever heard in my life. He said, "I failed you. I failed you as a father. I should never have taught you those video games." And then Jesse's like, "Really? That's what you said? You're blaming video games on the way I'm in?" And then he says, "No, you, Dad, you made me this way." And then here's the fakest part of this video: when he shoots, when he pulls the trigger, you can see a firecracker. You can't see the firecracker, but you can see the spark of a firecracker whizzing over the gun and exploding like the gun goes off. Then he runs downstairs, opens the safe, gets his money out. The dumbass didn't count his money first. He should have. And then Jeffrey's like, "I'm giving you 5 minutes to get out before I call the police." Jesse, knowing his car is not there, ran out the door without grabbing the keys first. And Psycho Dad just conveniently left the keys sitting on the table. You see Jesse getting into Psycho Dad's truck. You see him starting the truck up, scared, knocks the camera over, and when the camera comes back up, you see a shot of Psycho Dad laying with blood all over his shirt. Like, the shirt looks like this. You see a video of Psycho Dad laying there with the blood all over him, and my wife thought it was a blood bullet that you shoot that makes people like they do in the movies. That could be very well true, but you know what? Whatever the case is, the video is fake. And then at the and then the end, Jesse opens his bag and sees two stacks of money sitting there, and he screams. That's how the video ends. Yeah, guys. So that's my rant on this video. I'll do another one later. All right, Jonesy, out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, favorite. I'm out.